Okay, last time I said we were going to go to the Temple of Moonlight, but before we do, we can go make our lives there a little bit more easy if we go and get this. For the low price of a flare gun, we will be able to get ourselves to be immune to these things, which only appeared because we got the bronze mirror. And this makes it to where if they touch us, they die, so we don't have to use our weapons when we enter the Temple of Moonlight, and we don't have to do other crazy things when we enter the temple. So basically it means we can go in there more carefree. We can also break this because we're going to need her in a second. This is Mobruck. Right now she just gives us a clue about Wedget, but we already solved that a little while ago. She gives us clues for all sorts of puzzles that we may have trouble with down the line. But for now we just want to go here, because with the bronze mirror, the reverse side will open after you defeat the boss that's on the door symbol, which in that case is the reverse of the number 3, so the third boss. And I just opened up Windows. Alright, so there's several places we need to go, such as down, but there's a lot more insects there than usual. Because we need to examine this trap, which involves killing this thing, and examining the trap. Activating the trap will almost completely and certainly cause your demise, and we got a healing fairy. Excellent. There's 2 more spaces we have to scan before we can get into Eden, which is what some of those tablets I've been scanning has been explaining, giving you little hints about where you need to go to solve these puzzles. Here's another spot, and we should go ahead and open this up. We will be using this like once, and we're going to be using it way later in the game, but we may as well unlock it now. Of course, you have to do that without falling, and that bug is almost always in the way. Wrong. There we go. That just opens the way north. We won't be trapped if we go north anymore. Or if we fall, I should say. We're gonna need to open this, because otherwise the pyramid top will land on that instead of falling to the bottom. And we need to open this because there's a seal on the other side we need to break, which will let us progress. Now there is a skeleton there that was not there before. And we're just gonna completely ignore him, because fuck skeletons. And make our way up. It looks like a dead end, but it's not. Of course, it is filled with bats, and I don't have the island that lets me immune to bats, so that's a thing, but other than that, search out, place a point towards. Yeah, that was the thing I was scanning earlier. What the heck? Why would you put that there? Why is that there? Okay, so dealing with that guy is going to be special. I do have the means to deal with it, though, and it's called rolling shurikens. I have never thought this would be so useful at times like that. And that's the last thing, the dancing man. Let's see, we're going to need to... we could push that block over onto the red thing, but that's not required. Gives us a mean to go back without the grail. You know, in case you still don't have the grail. We're gonna need to break that. And we're gonna push it anyway, because why not? Right. There's also a room over here. But we... Wow. Wait, no, those were always there. But we can't do this yet until we get bombs. So... no biggie. And I just realized I entered a new room, and thus we'll have to pay the weight cost again. That's usually why I don't go in there, now that I think about it. I mean, besides forgetting about that place entirely. Which, that's also happened more than once. It's, of course, a secret area, so it's understandable you'd forget it's there. Especially since it has a really optional item that doubles the experience you get. Anyways, we need to do that. And I think I should have waited on that, but... Oh, you thing. I thought I was safe. I wasn't. It's okay, though. We're about to leave. So now we just go down here. And Anubis will be entering any moment now. And once this ladder opens, we are free to leave. In order to deal with that guy, we need the thing called the Book of the Dead. It sounds pretty obvious, doesn't it? But it's not so obvious where it is, because the one glyph that tells you requires that you go to the graveyard of the giants, I think. Either that or it requires you to think or move a little bit out of the way to get to the... Yeah, it requires you to get quite a bit out of your way to figure out who has the Book of the Dead, but it ends up Morbrook has the Book of the Dead. So Morbrook will help us solve this puzzle. This is one time we're required to talk to her until the very end of the game, so... First we have to talk to her a few more times. And she will give us the Book of the Dead. Then... Oh, we don't have to work, because we're already halfway there. Then we just go back to the mirror door. I call them the mirror door. They're probably not called the mirror door, but I call them the mirror door because the bronze mirror unlocks the door. No, the bronze mirror shows the door. The bosses unlock them. Anyways, now we're finally immune to these Anubis things, so we don't have to worry about them so much. But we're not so immune to Anubis. But now we can damage Anubis, so that's what matters. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. And here's Anubis. He's gonna make a few steps back. And once he gets to the far end, he'll do a karate attack. If he somehow miraculously gets in front of you, he will do a backflip. And if you get too far away from him, he'll use an energy attack. But he's pretty easy otherwise, as shown. And that's how we get the serpent staff. Now we can go ahead and go to the surface and save in our new file. Here. And we can finally defeat Argus, which lets us get the feather, which will let us double jump. Lots and lots of things open up when you can double jump. I know it doesn't sound that obvious, but it's pretty awesome to be able to double jump. So we healed, and we make our way up, which will also get us a lot of money here in a second, because the seal is here. And we can get this chest, which had a lot of money in it. About 90 or 80 coins or something like that. And now we just have to climb this ladder, and we will be on our way to Argus. As long as the Condor behaves, which it did. Yay, Condor's behaving. So make our way to Argus. I wonder how much more difficulty is with... considering it only takes 4 hits. Ack. I'm assuming it's going to take more than 4 hits with the axe. No, it just I guess he has the same health in hard mode. Makes sense. They can't make it to where it's impossible to pass him just because he has more HP. Feather, please! And now with the ability to double jump, we can go places. Mainly back to the Temple of Moonlight, though. Idiot me realized we're going to need quite a number of weights before we proceed, so we're going to go buy some since we have plenty of money. That should do. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now we go and have an adventure in the Temple of Moonlight so that we can get to Eden. It's pretty much the last puzzle we can do in Eden until we get bombs. So... Did I say Eden? I meant the Temple of Moonlight before we get bombs. So... By the way, bombs are pretty important for optional puzzles, but they're not so important for required puzzles. Except for the Lamp of Time, so... Yeah, how weird is that? And yes, we're going this way. Because it's easier and less frustrating than, I guess, than going through the mirror door. It doesn't really matter which way I go. And now we can finally ignore that Anubis guy. So, I feel nice. Kind of laid back because I just ate. Alright. Now, to make progress, we scanned 4 different places in this area. So now we will finally be able to get the Fruit of Eden, which requires us to put away here, then here. By the way, we have to put them in order of the ones closest to Eden, so from the one on the left to the one on the right, as it shows on the picture of the tablet just above me. Yay! And now we can go to Eden. Spoiler alert, it's not Eden, it's an illusion. Which you can totally figure out before you unlock it, too. Because obviously if you played the original version of La-Mulana, you already know it, or if you even if you haven't, if you have the text keeping program, and you save this tablet here with the text program, and you reference it, it does not show Eden. It shows the Gate of Illusion. Very, very tricky place. I wonder how it is changed with hard mode. It doesn't seem too different though, besides skeletons shooting me. I should beat Socket soon, because the lizard men here are obnoxious to deal with without the silver shield. So are the skeletons. So we should really go get that soon. Especially since there's all these skeletons here that weren't here before. Blah blah, we're going to go right, by the way, guys. Not because it's not the way you're supposed to go. You're not supposed to go either left or right. But we're going to go right because there is a coin chest. So, yeah, money. That's what we did for money. Let's see. Oh, we can't go back the way we came though, because the doors are one way. So we're gonna have to go back down here, which means we're gonna have to pay the way it cost again. But blah blah blah. We already know that. So in case you're wondering how to get out of this confusing as hell place, first let me check to make sure. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to go this way first, so I can get to these open chests, so we can get the map of the area. Okay, seriously, rat? Come here, rat. No, okay, never mind. That's not... Okay, there's an Anubis guy up there, but that's not a big deal. We're supposed to scan that, and then fall. Yay. Progress! There's a warp here. We're gonna get to that in a second. First, we're going to open that fake chest. And we're never going... Oh, wait, there's no ladders here. There's no ladders there yet because we haven't done a certain puzzle. So we're gonna have to go over here. The fool will never find his way. I will find my way, sir. Because it is 10% bullshit. But, you know, whatever. There is a pot here that will give you a shuriken every time, and if you use this shuriken around, you can find a wall that you can shoot through, but you can't walk through. That is, and then you go down that pot, and you can proceed. So, not too bad. Alright, so this guy is a fun guy. He makes us leave and come back, which is a long trip in and of itself, requiring weights and all that jazz, but he gives us pepper, and we go to the first gazing statue of Mexico in the game to use it. And I guess we can get even more ways while we're here. We're gonna need a lot of them. And we're not gonna be spending our money on much of anything else besides maybe move. We already need this map reader too, so we gotta get it eventually anyway. Boop. Okay, so we need to take the pepper over to the first statue in the gate guidance, because obviously that's the counterpart of Gate of Illusion, and that's what the skeleton guy told us to do. Otherwise, the pepper is pretty useless. We're gonna get some treasures, and we get to keep these treasures, by the way. And we need the double jump to reach it. Yay, treasures. Okay. Now I go back to the Temple of the Sun.
I don't know why I keep trying to fight this temple. I'm gonna try to get the Confusion Gate's Grail points, and then I'm gonna try to do something special, and then I'm gonna go face Again, I suppose it doesn't really matter which way I go to the Confusion Gate, but I guess this way is faster now, I think about it. Kind of. You have to take risks, but really just take your pick. I'm not going to go through the science. Because you have to go to this lift. Snoresville on the way to the top. There's the compass, blah blah blah, go up here, go up here, go to the left. I'm gonna speed this all up, by the way. I think about it. It don't make sense to. Because we're doing the exact same thing we were doing before. So once... Oh yeah, that's right. So we get back to where we were, we just go the same way we went before. So much easier with the things, and let's get this. We didn't get the anchor, which makes it a lot... It's not required to get the anchor, but if you have to get another optional item if you miss this required one, so... Whatever. I have my fair share of the problems having that little rat jump into me. Those are the same kangaroo rats we were finding in the Dave Giants, by the way, but they have eyes now and they actually...
Jump around a lot more. Dang kangaroo rats. Alright, he gives us his anchor, which he unwittingly doesn't know is the item exactly what we needed to proceed through upward currents without caltrops, which makes us sink like rocks for whatever reason. And this should be open. What do I do to open again? Do I go up here? And then... I think I do that. Yeah, okay. We are already small. And we can go this way, I think. Indeed. By the way, you put the weight on the skeleton. And then we fall to our right. I don't remember that much. And we put all these on before that one falls. We got the mini doll. So now, we go... we're traveling quite the distance here. We're going to go to the Mausoleum of the Giants. We're going to prove we are small by standing in front of a statue. And showing off the doll. I don't think we actually needed to do that. But I did it anyway.
Alright, we're back in the confusion gate, and now we should be able to go left. I think we should be able to go left. If we can't go left, that would be really confusing, so... confusion gate. Alright, so
Down. We should be able to proceed left now. Which would be good. As long as we don't get killed by those lizard guys. Yes. One of the ladders is working. In order to get the other ladder to work, we need to go down here. Which involves dealing with that guy. Let's see. I am unsure of whether or not to go to the Grail Point. I should, because it's not that far, or that hard, but I'm about to die, and there's a hot spring nearby, so... Options dictate I go this way. And this is how we get into the Graveyard of the Giants without... Crap. Without... This is how we get into the Graveyard of the Giants without beating Socket. There's a ninja guy there. Why is there a ninja guy there? Alright, so we can get a hot spring.
by breaking that. But I want to keep my distance. Oh, well duh. We have a way to keep our distance.
There we go. I love this place. Now I think we can make our way back to the Confusion Gate. Because I healed. Is that the main reason I came here? No, there's other things I want here. Like the Silver Shield. Actually, I think we can get the Silver Shield now. By the way, we don't want to get the Silver Shield in here. Because it's fake. So... yeah. But I think we can get the Silver Shield right now. And that would be helpful. Because I think it's right here. Indeed it is. Alright, nope, okay, good. Crap, how do you deal with this? Forgot. That's right, here we go. Silver Shield makes this a lot easier. Because then we can do that. So amazing. I put the shield back and then put it back in front of me because it resets the damage. Because after enough hits, the Silver Shield will go away. And you have to re-equip it. But if you put it away in time, it resets the amount of damage it takes for the shield to be backed off again. So, if you're not getting hit, it's an opportune time to reset the shield. Puff balls. Puff balls, please. Oh, wait. Gosh dang it. We need to come at this from the other side anyway. There... those ice magicians. There. Nope. Okay, good. Lots of things to watch out here for here too, like these things. But they're not so big a deal because they don't move very fast. There we go. Tojin emits countless beams of light. Those without the white shimmer will not survive. What was it talking about? What's the white shimmer again? Is it? I think it's a passive item they're talking about. Oh. Right. And I think we get the map now. Or maybe I'm coming in from the wrong direction. Doop-a-doop. Yeah, we're coming in from the wrong direction, so... In order to get the map, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But we have the shield now, that's what's important. We're gonna get even more done at the Graveyard of the Giants. After we do... other things. Because this is basically a very big prep episode for things to come. Like, very big for prep on things to come. Yay. So we need to break that so we can get up here and push this. More block puzzles, but these aren't nearly to the level of the flare gun, so... yeah. All those glyphs say the same thing, by the way. Right, so we just need... to get our whip. Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up.
Yeah, heal, that's awesome. So much effort just to get to the grab point.
There we go, right here. We're gonna need to put this down. If we get lucky, we can do this. Wow, kangaroo rats. Those aren't usually here. If we get lucky, we can go ahead and get what I need here. But if not, it's no big deal. Nah. See, the chance of getting what I need is pretty small anyway. And it's for getting onto this lower area. So, it's no big deal. Just yet. Right now, we're just trying to get to this Grail point anyway. Solve the puzzle. Yay, final illusion puzzle. And now we have the means to get to the Confusion Gate Grail. Might be a little long. Hopefully I sped some parts up. That was our main goal, is to get to this Grail point. Alright, now some fun things happen. We're going to go back to the graveyard.
We're not gonna face Tio until later, we're gonna face Socket first. Probably not this episode, but we're gonna face him soon. So, let's see. Let's go some things to the graveyard. Before we even beat Socket and get easy access to the graveyard, we're gonna make it a lot easier to defeat him. Fighting a few things here.
Oh, this is the way to the Grail point. But I forget which one. I think I did this one. Yeah, that's the one we get. Okay. Because that allows us to get up here much more easily. This is a coin chest, but, you know, still awesome. I mean, now we can't force this to fall, but that's no big deal either, because it's just doubling up away. As long as there's no ice mages. And we can go this way for the Grail points. We healed the Graveyard of the Giants. And we're also going to get the means to warp and another Sacred Orb. We're going to get a lot of cool things here. Lots of prep in this episode. Lots of cool things in this episode. Alright, so we can't get this platform to move. It's not even necessary that I ever get it to move. But the puzzle's so easy, we're just going to solve it anyway. Because all we need to do is break this guy's eye. Because that clue is just so easy to interpret compared to other puzzles. So easy. Then we go this way. Wait, yeah, we go this way. And now to get access to the gauntlet, which lets us increase our weapon speed, we need to do it in a certain order, but I forget which one.
Yeah, because you have to go this one and push it to the left. Another block puzzle, but again, not just so bad as the right puzzle. It's pretty simple.
You would think you'd put a weight there to stop the force field, but no, you just block the force field with a block. And that lets us get the gauntlets. Ignore the flying butts. That's what it comes down to. Alright. Here we go. So easy. And this lets us swing our weapon a lot faster. Especially our axe. And our whip. It kind of makes the knife a little bit more obsolete, but it's still the fastest way to kill pots and things, so... I like being able to whip in 5 seconds too, but... it's mostly for the axe. It makes the axe swing a lot faster. I'd rather get damage boosted by a mage anyway. Alright. There should be coins up here. And we can finally access the backwards grail points by getting this. That way we can actually go to that grail point in the Gate of Confusion that we opened. Alright, seriously. And we got the Future Development Company, aka Nagoro. Or at least one of Nagoro's games. And we can get ourselves a Sacred Orb. This is technically the Inferno Cavern's Sacred Orb, but whatever. We can't make it to the other side of this. And there's not really a big reason to do that, so we're just gonna go... we have to use the software. And... we're almost done. Almost. One more thing. Alright, final thing for this episode is we go back and forth between this screen and the other screen, and we wait until the fairy is the key fairy, and we can tell which fairy is which by the pattern of stars that comes around. If it's just a circle, it's the healing fairy. If it is 2 stars, it is the battle fairy. If it is 4 stars, it is the key fairy. And if it's a circle star pattern, it is a item fairy. So we just have to do this for a while. It can take a while, so I'll be right back. Here we go. Key fairy. We're gonna warp to the Gate of Illusion. We're gonna use the key fairy here. We're gonna do 2 things here real fast, actually, but it's gonna be real fast, so key fairy won't go away in that time. We're going to get 2 things done here. A lot of you already know what I'm doing. First, we're gonna go get Move EXE. And then, we're gonna go get the Fairy Vest. That was dumb. Which is right there. Holy crap! Okay, so the fairy will go unlock the chest, while I am blocking 10 million shots. Holy crap. Do we need this many? We'll be back here with bombs later, but this is how we get the fairy clothes. And... that's it. Next time, we get a lot of other stuff done. We have a lot of things we can do.